folks, how you doing? Suzy Meadows here. Hey, today I wanted to show that the Festive Foils specialty paper is not just for Christmas. So I've got a couple projects to show you. What got me started was working on a Christmas in July class. But then as I got to look, it's like, oh, but I could do so many more things. So, hey, as you are joining me, let me know that you are joining me by leaving a comment, or if you're watching the replay or on YouTube, let me know anyway. So, hey, okay, well, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to double check that, I'm checking my iPad if you're wondering what's up. I'm making sure that we are broadcasting. Yes. I was on a retreat this weekend, and unfortunately the person speaking didn't realize they weren't live. There was a volume issue, so that's why I wanted to make sure we are, and it looks like we are. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you down, and we'll get started, okay? So, like I said, I'm looking for the buttons here. Here we go. I'm Suzy Meadows, and I'm a demonstrator here in Central Indiana, and I want to work with these Festive Foils Designer Series paper. Isn't that pretty? It is in our holiday catalog, yes. However, I'm going to show you a project that is not Christmas related. But what got me thinking was this card here. I created this card for Christmas in July, which was last Thursday, class at the local library. And I'm going to show you, can you see this foils? Let me get it up. Let me get it at an angle. There you go. You can see the sparkle in here. It's a little subdued until you look. But, so I used this. Yes, it was for Christmas. And to show you where this paper is, and of course, I closed my catalog, but it is in the mini catalog. I've got to go to the back because I closed it, so I'm not sure what page it's on. It looks like, I'm looking here, I'm looking. Of course, I'm not finding it. Page 31, here we go. Sorry about that, I closed the page. But it's actually part of this suite, Lights Aglow, but I don't always get all the suites. Sometimes I just get little bits and pieces. So, here is this paper. It's a specialty, and it's Festive Foils. So I want to show you where to find that. Now, let's get started, okay? So, I've got to make some room here. I'm going to double check. Hey, Kimberly, glad you're joining me. Thank you. So this is the card I made for last Thursday's Christmas in July. And here was a follow-up card. And here is the soft succulent specialty. So it comes in soft succulent, it comes in real red, and then the other is gold that we're going to work on. So, but as I was looking at this, just to show you, I used the, what was this? It was the Rings of Love, which is some of that free paper you get during celebration, which is July and August. So I love this paper, and I thought that looked like poinsettias, so that's why I used it. So, but okay, enough about Christmas. Okay, I am going to scoot these off to the side here, just so you can see what I started with. I'm going to use the Hello Harvest. I'm going to use this pretty batch of flowers and hello. So we're going to get, if you've not stamped, you may not realize these now come without blocks. And so there is my flowers, and here's my hello. So I'm just going to place, now these have some dies, but we're not going to use those. And let me get some projects. Oh, I've got this here, but now we need to work on a card base. And of course, my iPad is sitting on my trimmer. So we're going to scooch these over. So I just have a piece of our cardstock. This is crushed curry, and it's 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to cut it in half. But I'm going to make 2 card bases, and so I'm going to score it first. So I'm going to come here to my 5.5 and make sure it's solid against at the top. This is my scoring blade. And now I'm going to cut it. So I'm just going to flip it and cut it in half, which is 4 1/4. There we go. And I'm going to slice her. So I have 2 card bases, really easy. I love our cardstock. It is nice and thick, and it just really does a good job. So, see, I've already scored it, so I can just fold it like that, get my bone folder, and crease it really good. Now, okay, so this is crushed curry, and what we're going to do is do some stamping. We are going to, see, I think we're just going to do this. You don't have to have gobs of colors. I want to show you how to make this card with some black ink, some colored cardstock, and some of that pretty paper. And that's all it's going to take. So we are going to, now I could stamp right on here, but I think I'm going to snazz it up just a little bit more by doing it on a card, another card layer. And what it's going to do is just going to elevate it a little bit. So I'm going to move that out of the way and get my paper here. And I'm going to ink this up. So, and this is our black pimento ink. Turning it over to see if it looks like it is a good image. Okay, and I'm going to come down here in the corner and start there and get another one. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you. I just have a scrap piece. Actually, it's like 3/4 inch by 4. And I just got in my scraps and got a piece of black cardstock. And I'm going to put that right there. So I am just putting that there for a location. So that tells me where it's at. So I'm going to go right there. When you've got a big stamp, it's good to press in the middle to make sure, because sometimes you might not get a really good transfer there. Okay, now this is going to go right here. Now I'm going to put my sentiment on. Now I've got a couple other cards to show you guys. This is going to be a quick video, gang. So we're going to put our hello right there. There we go. Okay, now I want to, and now we'll glue this down. But while I have the ink open, I want to go ahead and decorate the inside of my card. Many times I don't show you guys what I do. So this time I'm going to, I think I'll do some flowers right there off to the side. And then I think for my inside, I'm going to use the sentiment, "You are such a blessing." So let's get that here. And I didn't grab, let me get my block here. And there we go. Just look to make sure, because this ink pad needs to be re-inked, I can tell. You're such a blessing. We're going to go right there. There we go. So we have our inside done. Our inside sentiment. Now, you know, I think I'm also going to, if I've got an envelope, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I like to do on my envelopes. Okay. I like putting an image right down here. So let me get my flowers back. And we will just ink that up. And I'm going to go right here. Now, I want to go ahead and come over here on the side also. So I'm going to ink this up again. And I'm going to go right there. Okay, so we have our envelope already decorated. So they see it on both the front and the back. We have the inside of our card. So now let's go ahead and assemble our card, gang. And then hang on, because like I said, I have some projects to show you here in just a minute. I'm going to use the liquid glue. That's what I like using. Some people like using a tape runner type, but I like the liquid glue. I just feel it gives me a little more flexibility. And I'm going to center this. So, and of course it's a little crooked there, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That's a lot crooked. Well, you know, what I can do, I could put it on. I don't want to do it crooked. So this is what we do when Susan goofs and doesn't pay enough attention. I was looking at my comments and I missed it. So I am going to straighten this up. So it's on my trimmer. So I am going to make this black. Oh goodness, you guys ever do that? Do ding dong things? So we're going to put that there. Okay. So, okay, now you see how I've made it a little ragged? That's because it was just a little tiny sliver there, but I happen to have scissors. So gang, you get to see what to do when you screw up. It gives you an opportunity to do something different. Okay, so now we are ready to put that on here. Goodness gracious. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pay more attention this time. Okay, put it on there and there. Okay, now I could put it right on here, glue it on here, but I'm going to give it a little bit of elevation by putting a few dimensionals on it. I wouldn't have to, but I just think it'd be nice. So, because I've got a couple projects to show you after this where I did not put dimensionals on it. And I'd like to see what your thoughts are of how I did things a little different. Okay. And do a little bit of comparison, and maybe you can tell me which ones you like better. There we go. Okay. So that is how, I think it's a fairly simple card in that we've just inked it up and added a little bit of that festive foils. And like I said, we have our envelope and we have our inside ready to go. So now I could put bling on here. I'm not going to right now. Instead, I want to show you a couple other projects. Okay. Oh, while I'm thinking, gang, my next class here at Lebanon Library is August 18th. So, and if you've got any questions, you can get a hold of me at craftingwithsuzy.stampinup.net. That's where my events are. That's where you can contact me, where you can shop or whatever. So now as I was working on this card, I couldn't decide what colors I wanted to go with. So I went with, I'm going to scoot this up just a smidgen. So I tried a couple different, as you can see, they're all the same template, I guess you could say, the same style, but I used different paper and I used different ink. And this one is the one we elevated with dimensionals, and these two I did not. So those are the differences. So here, this is what I call a very basic, simply stamping. And this is just black ink on white cardstock. This one, I decided to use crushed curry ink on the white cardstock. And then this is the one we just made. So which one's your favorite, gang? Which ones do you like the best? Hey, Maria, I know you're driving so you can't see anything, but thanks for joining me. Go back and maybe later on let me know which one is your favorite. Which do you like better? We have the colored cardstock, we have the colored ink, or we have the black and white. So I like them all equally. I don't know that I have a favorite, but this is how you can use the festive foils and it not being a Christmas card. So now one of the other projects that I had made was this one here, and I did this one on crumb cake. And this once again was the same stamp set of Hello Harvest. And wishing you the loveliest day is here. I just actually cut that out instead because I didn't want to die cut, because I know not everybody has a die cut stamp and cut and emboss machine. So I just wanted to do it some stamping, and so I did crumb cake on crumb cake. So there you go, gang. These are our projects, like I said, quick and easy. Let me know which one's your favorite of these. Like I said, I can't decide which one I like the best. So, but these are our projects. So I don't know, can I get them all on here? And like I said, what started this all was the Christmas card, Christmas in July. So these were the Christmas cards, and these are our others. There we go. We'll put them like that. So, hey, gang, if you got any questions, give me a holler. Otherwise, I will be back next Monday, August 1st. Gang, if you are watching me from YouTube and you like this video presentation, make sure you hit subscribe and the notifications so you'll find out when I'm back on. So, hey, thanks. Gang, thanks so much for joining me, and I will be back next Monday. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.